Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Sheroy with me. A 2-1 win at the Emirates against Fulham. Nervy moments, but we got the job done in the end. Now, Sheroy, let's just talk about it. I want to kind of start with it. I want to keep this theme going through the fan cams I do stay. Let's start with Zinchenko and Partey being out. Was it a clear difference in this Arsenal side because of that, or do you think, no, it was fine regardless?
With both of them being out, I was worried that we wouldn't necessarily be able to get the ball into Odegaard, Saka and Martinelli with as much ease, but that was not the problem today. We did get the ball into Odegaard. Basically everything ran through him.
Yeah. And
Saka and Martinelli were heavily involved. I think the only thing that really cost us today, or made it slightly more difficult than it should have been, was our decision making when we got into those key areas. So look, anyone's going to miss, any team in the league I think would miss the quality of Zinchenko and Partey. But if your squad can't cope with that when you have Fulham at home, then you're probably not credible top four challengers. So I'm glad we got the job done. Very glad we got the 3 points, and no, I don't think we missed them too much.
Interesting. So I know, as an Arsenal fan, we at 1-0 to Fulham, you probably were going through that feeling of, oh no, here we go again, same old Arsenal. But we saw us come back and win in the end. Difference in what you're seeing from this Arsenal side? Is it a mentality shift? Is it resilience? Is it something that you've noticed? Is it because of the managers? Is it because of the fans? What do you think is really driving this complete change in this Arsenal side?
Those players, I think, would have always believed, even when we went 1-0 down, that they could and would win that game. And what I like from them, historically, Arsenal managers have been criticised for being stubborn and not necessarily changing tact or not relaying instructions to players properly. But what we saw in that second half was a clear shift in stance between those trying to overplay and constantly trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. But the captain then, took the game by the scruff of the neck and started pinging a couple of shots off. And the man created his own luck, got a deflection, changes the entire complexion of the game, changes the chemistry within the Emirates, and that was a defining moment. And that was because Odegaard realised that we were trying one too many. It was too cute.
Yeah.
And he just started pinging one. And that sometimes, man, look, I'm going to keep saying it, you create your own luck,
100%.
And when the football's not working, you take a deflected goal, you get a bit physical in the box with Bernd Leno. It was our two centre-backs, it was Gabriel and Saliba in there that created that scrap. So look, it's not a finesse Arsenal win by any means, but the teams that end up near the top at the end, they tend to pick up 3 points when they don't look at their best. And Fulham, I want to give credit to Fulham.
Okay,
Not just looking at them as a team that came up. I actually think they're a solid Premier League outfit.
Wow.
They look really defensively robust. They're missing a lot of key players, don't forget. Their width has been shot by injury. Mitrovic is a real problem. Anyone that's saying that he can't quite cope with the Premier League, I think they need to revisit that opinion.
Yeah.
Because he's a real problem. And they look regimented. I think they're going to cause a lot more sides problems this year. Not just us, not just Liverpool, but a lot of good sides are going to struggle with them.
Where are you building these comments over Fulham? Is it more from what you see for the whole game, or you say more from the second half? Because for me, Fulham didn't really seem in it at all in the first half, but then the second half is kind of where you should give them credit. Was it the whole game, or is it mainly that second half?
Not just the game, but the way they performed this season. If you look at what they did in the game, in the first half particularly, look, yes, we did sort of get in behind, but their last-ditch defending was brilliant. They timed their challenges so well. And then when they frustrated us in the second half, they made us, it was so compact in the middle.
Yeah.
And then when we were out wide, they had three players on our key wide men. They extinguished our threat to some extent, but because of the quality that we have, we still did create those opportunities.
Yeah.
It was just our decision making. I mean, Eddie Nketiah, for example, historically, we've spoken about him as a guy that when he gets the chances in the back of the net, but maybe it's not his movement or his pace or his strength or whatever.
Agreed.
But it was the exact reverse today. His movement was amazing. His touch was great. He was getting into spaces that we don't normally see him. It was just the finishing. So that struck me as odd. But as they say with strikers, the problem isn't necessarily when... The problem is when the chances aren't coming.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case with Eddie. Yeah, I mean, look, credit to Fulham. I thought they gave a very good account of themselves today.
All right, let's end with Mikel Arteta, 100th game in charge of Arsenal Football Club. Just your thoughts. Do you give him a lot of credit for today? Because, again, he made some substitutions in times where some people may not have, and I think he got it spot on. What are your words on him today? Was he a big part of this win? Yeah,
it's a brave move to bring Eddie on for Tierney. I mean, that could have, particularly because of how much of a problem Mitrovic is, right? I thought Tierney was actually doing quite well defensively, but he took a chance. I think if this had ended 1-1, there would have been some criticism of the fact that Smith Rowe was left unused, Vieira was left unused, maybe taking a punt on Marquinhos.
Yeah.
But if this was 1-1, then the whole fan cam would have been different. I would have been talking about a lot of different things, but the reality is it wasn't. And everyone to a man stepped up when they needed to, even Aaron Ramsdale. That save at the end, he didn't have much to do for the game, but that save towards the back end of the game, exactly, it was crucial. And he got two strong hands to it and didn't parry it to an opposition player. So credit to him as well. But someone sent in a super chat, and it was really valid. It was all the goals we've conceded this year in this league have been because of our own mistakes. It's not because other sides are cutting us open. So whatever we're doing it right. We just need to stomp these mistakes out now. We've been quite fortunate with the run that we've had. You make mistakes like that against other teams, you don't get let back in the game.
100%.
You know, but I don't want to end on that. There's cause for optimism. 4-4.
Top of the league.
Top of the league. Same goal difference as City. You know, Carnival weekend.
Aye.
Bring on Villa. Bring on Villa. The Emirates must be heaving. North London is heaving. Long may it continue, man.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.